Market data for May is in. We'll take a look at it coming up next. Still bananas, but a little bit of slowdown. We'll talk about it all coming up next. What's going on, friends? Dylan Onaka here with the Buy Big Island video blog, and in our May market update, we're going to go through the numbers for May. They're still off the charts if you compare them to last year, obviously, because the world was shut down and we didn't have any travelers in May of last year. So I'm also going to reference the sales numbers from last month to kind of give you some perspective, because things actually compared to last month are slower than they were compared to last year. So as we get into the numbers, this is just for the Kona market, May of this year versus May of last year. If you look across the board, obviously off the charts, crazy 100% increase in the number of homes sold, 343% increase in number of condos sold, 133% increase in number of land that has sold. And then across the board, obviously all of the dollar volume is way up. Median price continues to rise across the board, all the way across, almost up to $1 million in median price in Kona. And we're seeing that on Oahu also, that the median price is almost up to $1 million. But average days on market continues to fall, and final listed sold price still very high at 95%. And then as we go to the entire Big Island market, same thing across the board, 94% increase in the number of homes that sold, 269% increase in number of condos, and a 140% increase in the number of pieces of land. But if we're looking at this versus last month, things actually slowed down a little bit, because in the number of homes that sold, there were actually 289 homes that sold last month across the Big Island. There were 151 condos that sold across the Big Island last month, and there was 354 pieces of land, so like almost 100 more pieces of land sold last month. And so these numbers actually are a slowdown from what we saw last month, and that's mainly due to the, as we've talked about month after month now, the very low inventory. We're just running out of stuff to sell completely. And another interesting data point here is how many pieces or how many homes over $3 million sold. Now we're seeing this dollar volume jump up pretty significantly. And if we go back to a year ago, if you look above $3 million, this month there was 30 homes that sold above $3 million. Crazy. If you go back a year ago, there was only 3, and if you go back to 19, which is still a normal market, there was only 4 homes that sold in the month of May over $3 million. So even that super high price point, that luxury price point, is selling extremely at a high volume right now compared to normal times. And that's what we're seeing here with this 300% increase in volume in terms of home volume. So things are still crazy compared to a year ago and compared to kind of normal times, but they are slowing down versus the last couple of months just because of the constrained inventory, and we're running out of stuff to sell. And so this slide that I've added recently, if you look at this, same thing, we're kind of seeing this consistently month after month here, where in normal times, a year ago, 3,300 listings and 866 properties in escrow. This month, we got 1,400 active listings and 1,500 in escrow. So we've seen that more properties in escrow number versus the number of properties that are on the market the last couple of months. And so that continues to hold true. But this active listings count is crazy low. And like I've said before, 800 to 1,000 of those are those small rural vacant pieces of land. And so really there's only like 400 homes and condos on the market across the island. And it's really, really, really slim pickings. And I just had a phone call yesterday with somebody asked me if they were missing something because they're looking for homes and they're not seeing anything on Zillow and Realtor.com and all those online portals. And if I had any access to anything else, and we don't. That's what's out there right now. There's very little on the market. I looked the other day, there was like 3 homes under 700,000 in the Kona market. Very, very slim pickings. So if you have any questions about your specific area or the numbers, happy to answer them. Dylan@buybigisland.com, or feel free to comment in the comments below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, support us, and we'll see you guys next month. Aloha.